News now from Jammu and Kashmir, where the government, it seems, has gone soft yet again on terror. Now, the Mehbooba Mufti government has decided to give compensation to the family of slain Hizbul Mujahideen terrorist Burhan Wani. This compensation has been offered to his father, whose eldest son, Khalid Wani, was killed in crossfiring in April last year. Sources say that the Deputy Commissioner of Pulwama cleared 170 cases last week, announcing ex-gratia relief of 4 lakh rupees or employment for the kin of those who were killed. The name of Khalid Wani also figures in that list.
See, as far as the compensation is concerned, compensation is always given to all those who were victimized, who are targeted by the terrorists, or those were killed in the terrorist attacks and terrorist activities. Compensation, as per law, as per constitution, is not meant for the terrorists. And I have been told that such kind of order is issued by the DC Pulwama, but as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party, the coalition partner, is concerned, we have not been taken on board on this decision.
All right, Shuja joining us live from Srinagar. Why is Khalid and Burhan Wani's family being compensated, Shuja?
Well, Padmaja, let's look at it, factually. Now, an order has been issued, a notice has been issued by the Deputy Commissioner of Pulwama, and in this order, 17 cases of ex-gratia relief for those who have been killed in militancy-related incidents have been cleared. And now this notice seeks objections from the people, saying that if anyone has an objection to this, he could come forward within a week before this order can be executed, which in itself means before this money can be, disbursed. The fact is that till this time there are many levels that are already cleared before it comes to this level where these names are put forward in the public. So the government now saying that they haven't done it yet is something that is very far-fetched. That's one. Number two, if the government has cleared Khalid Wani's name, that it clearly means that it is not considering Khalid Wani as someone who was related to any militancy-related incident or was a militant himself, because there's a clear-cut ruling that if a person has been a militant or a terrorist or is involved in terrorism-related activity, he cannot be given this relief. So government is here contradicting the version of the army which was given out in 2015, when the army had said that Khalid Wani was an overground worker and he was killed in a crossfire when there was an encounter between Burhan Wani's group and the army there. So there are many controversial.
So Shuja, what does the government think? How did Khalid Wani, according to them, actually die? What was he doing in the forest at the time when this counter-insurgency operation was being carried out by the army?
Well, that's interesting, Padmaja. When in April 2015, when this incident had taken place in these forest areas of Tral, there was a bit of controversy which was created. The army had said that he was an overground worker and he got killed because he was meeting his brother, Burhan Wani. The family, however, had said that he had nothing to do with it. He was innocent and he was killed in cold blood. The state had ordered an inquiry. The police was inquiring into this matter. Now, the fact is that if the state has cleared his name for ex-gratia relief, then it in itself means that the state thinks that he was an innocent person. That puts the state against the army then, because army was claiming something else. It will be very, very difficult for the state to explain this point, because then there'll be many questions that would be, asked and would arise out of it.
Absolutely. Should I just stay with me, because I want to put that question to BJP MLA Ravinder Rena as well. Are you saying that in 2015, Mr. Rena, the army lied when they said that Khalid Wani was an overground worker of the Hizbul, because if your government, of which you incidentally are a part, is now giving his family ex-gratia, it basically means that he was an innocent civilian who was killed in a crossfire.
As far as Indian Army is concerned, Army never lies. Army men and Army spokesmen, what they did, and they reveal the truth every time what they did in Jammu and Kashmir. So far as Army is concerned, they are very much right. And as far as the part of compensation is concerned, if there is any proposal, because I have, after you people cracked this story, I have inquired from various ministers of the BJP in this coalition government, and none of the ministers said that anybody was consulted, and we have not been taken on board while taking this decision. And compensation is always meant for all those who were killed by terrorists. And terrorists can never be compensated. All those who are posing series of threats to our national security. And
so, Mr. Raina, you are saying that basically your alliance partner is pretty much functioning as a lone ranger. They don't even tell you about critical decisions that they take, including handing out compensation even to the families of those who the army has said were terrorists?
If there is, army is very much right. And I have already said...
No, okay, I got that point. My question to you was different. The PDP doesn't take you into confidence in any decision, does it?
Even I have talked to one of the very senior ministers of the PDP, and I was told that even they have not taken such a decision anywhere, and from which corner such decision is, I think, considered. And this is very unfortunate, and we are looking into the matter, and we will approach all those who are at the helm of affairs, and I think this is a very serious matter. We will not take it lightly. It is a serious matter, and we are seriously going to discuss this with the government.
Just stay with Mr. Raina, because let me put that question to Shuja. So Mr. Raina says, Shuja, that BJP MLAs did not know, BJP ministers did not know, some PDP MLAs also did not know. So who has taken this decision for the government to have made this announcement?
But Pasmaja, it's really ironic because I have a notice, I don't know whether our cameras can catch it, but this is a public notice, an order that has come out from the Deputy Commissioner's office, and it clearly lists the names which have been cleared for ex-gratia relief. It says that these are the names, and if at all there is anyone who has objection, he should come forward within a week's time before this can be executed. So the question is, the fact that they have his name has figured in this list means it has been deliberated upon. It has passed through the process which which is mandatory in these cases. It cannot be just like that anyone would come ahead and put Khalid Wani's name in the list, and the office of the Deputy Commissioner wouldn't know, and the government wouldn't know, BJP wouldn't know, PDP wouldn't know. That's really far-fetched. We have official documents and notices which have been put out from the Deputy Commissioner's office suggesting that we have put together these names, and now it is only a matter
just
of
for
time.
clarity, what is the process? Does a family apply for compensation and then their names are considered, or is this the government which selects which people should get compensation or not?
Hello.
It is both. The government can also, select people. The families can also come ahead and, request for it, apply for it. It is both. But afterwards, there's a process. There's definitely going to be some sort of, a screening to be done, some sort of CID verifications to be done before it reaches to this level. It can't be just, just a matter of fact that anybody can put a name across and
Shuja, just stay with me. Just stay with me. I want to quickly get a reaction from Ravinder Raina on that before I also bring in Mustafa Kamal of the National Conference. Ravinder Raina, what do you have to say about all of this? The entire process is gone through, and now suddenly you realize that a terrorist family is going to be compensated by your government. Taxpayers' money is going to be given to them. Why?
See, as what your correspondent Suja was saying, there is a procedure and there is a process, and one has to go through that process to get compensation, and for that CID clearance is one of the basic needs that one requires. And how a CID intelligence can give clearance to one OGW who remained OGW and associate with the terrorist, and who can never be compensated, and this is, I think, very unfortunate. And once again, I would say, I have altogether spoken to the very senior functionaries in the government. None of the BJP ministers and even some of my PDP colleagues, they don't know about this decision.
Okay.
And that's why I have said that we will discuss this matter with the Honorable Chief Minister and Honorable other senior deputies.
Just stay with me, Ravinder Raina, because let me go to Mustafa Kamal now. Mustafa Kamal, what do you make of this government's decision to compensate Khalid Wani and Burhan Wani's family?
Well, you have broken this news to me, your channel, just now. I have no information because I was in travel from Jammu to Srinagar. But all said and done, I'm sure government has done it according to the established rules with regard to compassionate appointment. under SRO 43, I think, which was passed during the National Conference government's time, to give compensation to those who become victims of what is called collateral damage or crossfire in encounters between militants and the security forces. So I don't think we should. One can doubt it. It must have been done as per rules. Whether
and that is the very reason why we are questioning it, Mr. Mustafa Kamal, because here is a man who in 2015 was killed in an encounter. He was in the forests of Tral at a time when a counter-insurgency operation was taking place. There was no explanation for what exactly he was doing there. And now 1 year later, he becomes collateral damage and is compensated for what?
There was no encounter, and till his death, there was no FIR registered against him. Umar Abdullah, our acting president, he's on record of having said that for 6 years that he was chief minister, between 2018 and 2014, and he had absolutely no knowledge about if any Burhan Wani existed. So all said and done, it is not active militant as far as I know. I live here, as per the information that is available to me locally.
I'm sorry, did you say that Khalid Wani had no idea that his brother was a terrorist and he had taken up arms?
And he had to be eliminated. And one information was that he was to be eliminated after the Anantnag elections of Mehbooba Mufti assembly seat was over. And one of the additional DGPs of police.
No, Mr. I'm sorry, Mr. Mustafa Kamal. I don't know where that conspiracy theory is coming from, but I certainly hope that Ravinder Rana will follow up on what he has promised of actually checking exactly how the name of Khalid Wani's family was cleared for compensation that is given to people who are killed in the crossfire and anti-terrorist operations.